Today's hot topics: Las Vegas by night with Arabian insider, a talk with Ali Nelson, female classes highlights, the trivia game, male classes highlights.
Pissed off today, and lately everyone feels fake. Somewhere I lost a piece of me, smoking cigarettes on balconies. But I can't do this alone, sometimes I just need a light. If I call you on the phone, need you on the other side. So when your tears roll down your pillow like a river, I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. When you're screaming but they only hear you whisper, I'll be loud for you. But you gotta be there for me too. You gotta be there for me too. But you gotta be there for me too.
Welcome to episode 2, Arabian Insider, Arabian Breeders' Cup here in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm Jeffrey Wintersteen.
And I'm Francesca Ragno. So we are in the middle of the qualification. Yesterday we had all the female qualification and today we have all the male ones. I have to say, Jeffrey, this year the quality here in Las Vegas is superb, right?
Francesca, Vegas usually delivers on quality here, but this year it's been through the roof. The yearling fillies, the 2-year-old class was absolutely sensational. I can't wait to see the rest of the males today. But first, you were able to sit down with Ali Nelson, weren't you?
Yes, I was able to speak with Ali Nelson, that she's a truly passionate for Arabian horses. She has spent all her life with Arabians and now she's working in this business. So it's very interesting. Let's watch it.
I come from a very small town in Southern California called Piñon Hills. Born and raised there, went to high school there. I went to college in LA area at Cal Poly Pomona and now ventured off into Scottsdale. My family, I am the only one, absolutely, that has any interest in horses. My parents were always financially supportive and they were always there growing up with me, but none of them ever had interest. I never had a horse in my backyard growing up. It was my closest friend when I was a small child in kindergarten, first grade, named Amy Carlson. We're actually still really good friends. But she had horses in her backyard and I found myself every day getting off the bus stop at her house and every weekend spending the weekend with her. And before I knew it, I got started with Arabians. That's what she had. My first was a half Arabian Palomino mare that I used to ride. Marafa was her name, actually. Yeah. A great horse, a great experience and entrance into the industry. I started in the performance side. My passion still lies in the performance side. That's my therapy, is riding. I still ride at least 4 to 5 days a week now. I just love it. When I was going to college, I chose Cal Poly because they had an Arabian breeding center there. So I worked at the Kellogg Foundation at the center there for the years I was going to school. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew it needed to be around horses. So I got my bachelor's degree in animal health science, and looking back, I'm thinking, what was that? From that point, you needed to go on to vet school. That was kind of the path, but I didn't want to do that. So halfway through college, I decided to get a second major in marketing. So right out of college, I was a vet tech and I ran anesthesia at a horse hospital here in Scottsdale for years. And I loved it, the adrenaline and the excitement of saving these horses, and then started a family. And once I had my first son, Braden, I wasn't really able to do the anesthesia as much anymore because it required a lot of on-call hours, and colics, they happen at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., you just don't know. And as a mom, I couldn't do that. So I then started working for a farm here in Scottsdale, Brookville Arabians. I worked for them for a couple years, helping to manage the breeding side of it and kind of run the office. But I was missing something, and so I wanted to bring the marketing back into it. And so that's when I started to step into the marketing aspect of our industry and gained some great knowledge and worked for some wonderful people. And then, of course, motherhood always comes first. And so my oldest was struggling with school. He was in kindergarten at the time, and he was having a hard time, and I knew that he just needed more mom being home. So at that time, I decided to quit my job and just be a full-time mom and dedicate everything I had to him and both my children, of course. And that lasted like 3 minutes before I realized I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I need to challenge myself. And I really didn't have an intention of getting to where I am now, but it kind of snowballed, and it's become, well, Allie Nelson PR now, and it's become beautiful and so fun and so fulfilling. And yeah, I get to combine my work ethic with my passion. Probably I would say one of the most exciting moments that I've had was I help a lot with the marquee auction. And the first year of the marquee auction last year, so much hard work went in behind the scenes, and the team at Marquee is so impressive. And when that filly, when Oma Aradite sold for what she did, the energy and the excitement and the success of it was just overwhelming. It was a really beautiful moment that I'll never forget. Every decision I've ever made subconsciously has been based around horses. I chose the college I went to because of horses. I chose my career because of horses. It's my passion. It's the one thing that I love to do. I want to do it on my free time. I do it for work. I want to spend every waking minute I have with the horse. I wish more people had the opportunity to experience and find the type of passion that I have for the Arabian horse, because it's pretty cool.
As I said before, we had yesterday all the female classes. So now what we're trying to do here in Arabian Insider is to give you all viewers a different perspective. Jeffrey, you were able to sit with the Rory O'Neill and really give a small comment about all the female classes to let you understand and know something more about all the horses that are competing here in Las Vegas in this arena.
Yes, Rory is no stranger to Arabian Insider. We've used him many times before, but it's really kind of a treat. He brings a lifetime of experience to this, and so it's really great to get his perspective. I get my perspective. Let's take a look at the females, what went on yesterday. Rory, big day for you today. You're in the ring. Now you're joining me for a little analysis. We appreciate it.
Thank you for the invitation.
It was a good day for the females, wasn't it?
Really beautiful group of females, younger horses, all the way up through the age groups.
So let's dig in. First section, yearling fillies, Saffron, PA, Pegasus Arabians. Wow.
Caden's daughter, out of Masquerade daughter, out of Versace daughter, double Versace. She was bold, and this is a tough environment for young horses, but she showed like a mature horse beyond her years.
Now the second section of yearling fillies actually produced the highest score for the yearlings. MB Viviana, Lawrence Algazal with Michael Byatt.
Big filly, first time off the farm from Michael Byatt's breeding program, his own personal breeding program. Fantastic filly.
2-year-old fillies, wow, what a class. I mean, there was a lot of high quality fillies in that class, and for 2-year-olds, you often don't get that. It seems like we're always talking about this filly, like she's been around forever, but it's only since last year at Scottsdale from the marquee auction. She won Vegas as a yearling. You and I both saw her in Paris. Omer Aradite, I mean, this is the best I thought she looked.
She keeps getting better, Jeff. She had 11 20s today. The judges loved her as much as we did. She keeps getting lighter in her gray color. She's gonna be amazing. She has a big future.
And let's talk about the 3-year-old fillies. Let's continue on there. Patricia Dempsey gets another one. Beloved Gracious Lady. I love this mare. She moves like a Polish mare. Brings out that Polish in me.
She had big movement scores as well today. She moved big at Paris. I think she shocked a lot of people at Paris that American horse moves so well. By Bay Ambition, out of a Bayshaw daughter. She's fantastic.
Let's move on to the age mares, 4-year-old mares. Aria Athena, what do you know about her? Do you like her?
I liked her. I was in the class with my horse, so I was top 5 as well. This is a beautiful Justice daughter out of a straight Egyptian mare, Jeff. She won here as a yearling champion. Comes back, qualifies with a nice first place. Was bold, beautiful white filly.
So let's move on to the 5-year-old mares. I think she might be a contender in the championship. Omo Aisha Al Jassimia from Al Jassimia Farm, but bred by Omo Arab.
In San Ynez, California, second high scoring mare, female of the day. Fantastic mare. Again, this environment is a very difficult environment to show off, and she acted like she was outside in the pasture having fun on a regular day.
Okay, let's move on to 6 to 8-year-old mares. The Brazilian import, Bavaria HVP. She put on a show with Andrew Selman. I thought she looked the part. She was fantastic. She's going to be tough to beat.
4 mares, all white, 3 Marwan daughters, 1 Rougemont Ali daughter. She won by quite a big distance over her full sister. She could be tough to beat on Sunday.
All right, let's move on to the older mares, 9 years and up.
Talid El Albracavaya, 13-year-old mare, wins the 9 and over mares. She's won Scottsdale before.
And she didn't look 13.
She didn't look 13. She spent some time in Europe. Now she's back in the U.S. Beautiful.
And the last class of the day, which for me I think was a little bit of a surprise. Maybe the people that normally a mare that's going to be very competitive in the championships doesn't come from this care, but in the broodmare class, Arya Qatar's Angel, Manny Vieira of Alioka Arabians just purchased her at the marquee auction in the ring with Sandra, the chestnut mare. Beautiful.
You know, Manny owns some outstanding mares, but he added this mare to his collection, a little different bloodline, and I love her mother. BHF Dark Angel is one of my favorite show mares, favorite production mares. He did good selecting this mare, and she's going to be tough to beat. She's only 6, so she's qualified with 1 baby. That qualifies as the brood mare, so she could be tough to beat on Sunday.
I think she's going to be competitive for sure.
It's a fun horse.
So really looking forward. We've got males tomorrow, and then championships on Sunday. It's going to be, so far the quality's been through the roof. It's one of the better quality Vegases I've seen in a long time, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see what's in store for tomorrow.
For me, Vegas never disappoints. The classes may not be as big as other shows in the United States, but the quality, first and second, and the championship, when you see that front row, the horses in there are important, they're beautiful, and it's exciting here on Sunday.
Yeah. Can't wait. Okay, Francesca, it's time for your favorite part of the show, the games.
Oh yes, it's time for the games. So Jeffrey, you were able, because you took the chance of the games this time, and you went around to make something like a trivia, right?
Yes, I asked 5 specific questions about the Arabian Breeders' World Cup and some of the history and some of the great horses that have shown here. And as always, we had a little fun. Let's take a look.
Ready? Fernando. Okay, Kimmy. Okay, with Kate Durtrell. Fernando. Gerard, we have 5 questions. What was the first Arabian Breeders' World Cup here in Las Vegas?
12 years ago, 2006.
I have 2007.
Well, that'd be 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago.
2005. No, 2006.
2007. Who was the champion stallion that year?
No idea.
God, I have it on my mind and I can't remember his name.
So I get a pass on that.
Carl. First year.
Dakaro.
I told you the stallion. This might get a little tougher now. How many years after that did they do performance?
Ooh, they just said the first year.
Oh, you're 3 for 3.
That was it.
Nicely done.
I think they only did it 1 year after as a demonstration.
1. Yeah, they did it no more years after that. 2012, she was gold junior champion mare, silver champion senior mare in 2014, gold champion mare in 2015.
I should know this, and I do not.
And I showed her, right?
Triana.
Right again. And this is going to be right up your alley. What U.S. bred stallion was Brazilian national champion in 2010 and then won the Breeders' World Cup in 2011?
He's the father of F.A.L. Rashim, is that correct? F.A.L. Shawan?
Shawan.
Bingo. Very nicely done.
I can't remember.
Thanks. Thanks.
Tricky.
But actually, I want to give you a bonus question. Who won the very first class here at the Arabian Breeders' World Cup?
HB Violet, and that'd be me. Yeah, I know. I have the horse here.
Nicely done.
The name was not a comment.
Can we cut that out?
It's time to go into the male qualification. Again, our comment with Jeffrey Wintersteen and Rory O'Neill.
Rory, thanks for joining me. We just finished the qualifications for the males. We're all set for the championships on Sunday. Let's start walking through Yearling colts. First section, RD Momentum coming in with Bruno. What'd you think?
You know, the colt didn't stop. He just gave every effort from the beginning. He went through the class till he left. He just, big stand-up, big trot.
You thought he was all that in a bag of chips for sure, but maybe the most interesting was the second section of colts. Everyone was here to see El Rey Magnum RCF, but he didn't come on top, did he?
Colt he grew up with, Barzan colt. Antares RCF takes the first place.
And all that could change come championships, but we'll get to that in just a little bit.
It's pretty exciting. We'll see what happens.
2-year-old colts, it was another surprise, wasn't it?
It was fun. Justin Cowden, performance trainer at Royal Arabians in Scottsdale, owns the 2-year-old colt that won the amateur and he won the open today. Not bad for him.
And he bought this colt just to be a performance horse, and here he comes in and he wins the class in Vegas.
And now he's got to stay to Sunday to watch the championship, see what happens.
But Rory, I really thought the most competitive class of the day was the 3-year-old colts. 4 quality colts in there, but Mr. Algessimia took it for Algessimia Farms in Santa Ynez, California. He looked the part, didn't he?
He looked the part, and Algessimia doesn't show many males at the Las Vegas show. And if you're going to bring one, bring a great one. He was fresh, he was beautiful.
Okay, 4- and 5-year-old stallions. Sheikh Hamid's going to be happy, isn't he?
He's going to get a great phone call. Follows up with the Scottsdale win, with the class win here. It could be a contender for his gold champion stallion.
6- to 8-year-old stallions. I thought it was really fitting. You know, Lanita won the Lifetime Achievement Award today, but a horse that she bred, Halir Mea Lua, he really looked the part.
The part is US debut. He was on lease. They decided they purchased him Royal Arabians, brought him out here to show him, and he looked great.
And finally, with the age stallions, LA Priceless took his class with Gary McDonald.
Thank you for watching us in our second episode of Arabian Insider here in Las Vegas for the Arabian Breeders' World Cup. Tomorrow is the championship day. We will have the amateurs, we will have the professional. It will be a very fantastic day.
Francesca, you're going to be showing tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And you have a choice to make, right? I mean,
Yes.
which you're going to lead? You're going to lead the
I'm
yearling
going to lead
filly?
the yearling filly.
Oh,
and
you
I'm
are?
gonna
You've
show.
made that decision.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm
all
kind of
right.
nervous, but we are going to make it.
Well, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the championships in general, so please join us tomorrow. I'm Jeffrey Wintersteen.
And I'm Francesca Ragno for Arabian Insider.